What's up, guys? This is Bulldog for Bulldog Reactions and Reviews slash Gaming. And I just came back from the movie theaters from seeing the Spider-Man Homecoming film. Starring Tom Holland, Marissa Tomei, Robert Downey Jr., Jon Favreau, Zendaya, and Michael Keaton. And I gotta say, this was the best portrayal of Spider-Man, guys. I'm dead serious. I'm so happy right now. Like, literally, I was on the edge of my seat just every second. So, just a smile on my face. You know, and I gotta tell you, I got three words to describe Spider-Man Homecoming. You ready to hear it? Here are my 3 words to describe Spider-Man Homecoming in 3 words. Ready? Here we go. Oh my God. I'm serious. This movie was the best portrayal of Spider-Man since Andrew Garfield's portrayal and Tobey Maguire's portrayal. I feel like Marvel really took the reins with after Sony messed up twice already. I feel like this is the best one I've ever seen. I just can't stop saying that. It's the best movie I've ever seen. I'm serious. Because, okay, so I'm going to have this review. It's not going to be a regular movie review. This is actually going to become a spoiler review. Because I have to share a lot about this film. And it may contain a lot of spoilers, so please, if you do not want spoilers and you've not seen the film yet, I suggest you turn away right now, then come back and watch this after you've seen the film. Or if you don't mind spoilers, you can stick around anyway, it doesn't matter. But let's get into spoilers right now. Again, spoiler warning. Here we go. So basically, the film opens up after the Battle of New York, following with Michael Keaton's character basically helping clean up in Central Station with 2 other guys and a couple other people. And eventually this government, whatever, agents, I forgot what they're called, this older woman comes up, the head of this jurisdiction, and she says, this is now our area now, everything. Stark, by order of Tony Stark, you can't work here now. You need to get out of here. So basically, guy's not happy. Michael Keaton's character, the Vulture, or Tomb, is not happy about it. So anyways, they obviously decide to take all this explosives and weapons and stuff like this, upgraded weapons, store them in trucks and just drive off with them, I guess, kind of thing. Anyways, the film opens up after that with Tom Holland making like videos of all the events that happen, like one scene from Civil War, 2 scenes from Civil War. There was one scene where before he grabs Cap's shield, and then there's one where he's standing right before Ant-Man turns into Giant Man, like right there. It's like, oh my goodness, I remember that scene. But except they never actually show what happened, where Spider-Man was in that moment. Anyway, point being, that was really cool. And then eventually it gets into the high school part where, you meet Flash Thompson. By the way, Flash Thompson, I'm going to talk about him. I did not like this portrayal of Flash Thompson, not one bit. Terrible. Terrible. He obviously called him, instead of, I'm not going to even say the thing that he said to Peter Parker, basically picking on him. But anyways, that happened, and then we have, Liz, who's obviously, I guess, the love interest in this film, or the girlfriend, I guess, kind of the crush on Peter Parker. Really interesting there. And then Zendaya playing Michelle, this mystery girl. I thought that was pretty cool there. Then Marissa Tomei as Aunt May, guys. She was excellent in every scene she was. And then we had Robert Downey Jr. He was in like 4 different scenes throughout the movie, kind of thing. Like, so he was kind of like the cameo at some points. There was a Stan Lee cameo too. I really liked that too. There was like a scene where he's like peeking out a window and like saying, "How are you doing today? How are you doing?" So anyways, anyway, so basically the whole plot of this movie was basically Spider-Man trying to take down Michael Keaton's character, the Vulture, Tomb, from destroying certain things, whatever, like, for instance, the elevator in the Washington Monument, and then the ferry, the Staten Island ferry, right there, which you saw in the trailer, where Spider-Man is trying to hold the 2 ends of the ship together, and then Iron Man comes in, pushes that. I'm like, ooh, I love it. And then what was the other part? Oh yeah, towards the end of the film and everything, you finally. This was the creepy part. Liz, the one I told you about, that's like the crush girl. I guess the girl who has a crush on Peter Parker. Her father ends up being the Vulture, guys. To be honest with you, and that's a spoiler too. Again, like I said earlier, spoiler warnings. So, obviously, Tom Holland's character, Peter Parker, again, he's like flushed. Like, oh my gosh, that's the Vulture, dude. What am I supposed to do? I can't tell Liz I'm Spider-Man, you know, because she's gonna freak out, you know. So, and then Ned. Oh, I forgot to get to Ned's character. I'll talk about him in a second. But anyways, this becomes a whole trap. He goes to homecoming with Liz and everything, but then decides, he says, I can't right now. I have to go. I have to deal with something. I'm sorry and everything. And he leaves Liz right there at the dance. He goes out, and the Shocker, obviously, he has a fight with the Shocker, and then the Vulture shows up again. And it's just a huge scene and everything where, you know, at Avengers Tower, where Happy's, like, getting rid of this load of, I don't know what it is, I think it's explosives. And they're shipping it off. And everything, Thor's magic belt, and Captain America's new upgraded shield and everything like that. So they all transport those out. And the Vulture obviously hijacks that plane and everything. And Spider-Man is basically trying to stop him from doing that. Takes down the Vulture, and at the end, pretty much, we'll just say, tied up in webs and everything. And then at the very end, basically he goes to the Avengers Mansion in upstate New York. Robert Downey Jr. calls him. First, there's a scene with Happy in the bathroom where he's like, I owe you one, whatever, you know, and it's like, you know, he's talking to him, and then you suddenly hear a flush, or whatever, from the toilet. Someone just comes out of the stall, washes his hands, interrupts the whole entire talk between Peter Parker and Happy. And so anyways, that happens, and then they get out, they go to the upstate New York mansion of the Avengers Mansion, where they meet Tony Stark. And Tony Stark shows him a new upgraded suit. This one of the best scenes right there. I'm like, is that the Iron... I think we saw a glimpse of the Iron Spider. I'm pretty sure. But then Peter Parker's character turns it down, says, I'd rather stay low to the ground at the moment, you know, because I don't want to, you know. So anyways, he turns down the thing, and then Stark says it was a test and everything, and he walks off. Then Happy's right there, and then suddenly the door opens. Here's the spoiler. Pepper Potts comes in the room. That's one of the best scenes right there, and you see Happy hold up the ring like he's proposing, flips the ring right towards Tony Stark, he catches it, and he walks right into the other room. And then, just a lot of things. And then there's 2 end credit scenes, guys, we'll talk about. Basically, not really much to talk about the end credit scenes. I'll have to talk about that in another time, probably in my next video. This will probably continue in the next video. But Ned, we gotta talk about him too. He's funny, guys. You're Spider-Man. You were on the ceiling, and everything. He's like, he would constantly ask him questions. How do you do this? How do you do that? Do you have little like spider bots or something like that? Do you have this? And he's like, and Tom Holland's like, Peter Parker's like, no. So anyways, guys, all in all, Spider-Man Homecoming was a blast. I loved it. I'm going to give it an A+, guys. One of the best films. Go see it. I recommend it. And, again, this was the spoiler review. But anyways, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed my review. Be sure to subscribe, leave a like, notification bell, hit that too. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Jonathan Layden. And thank you all so much for tuning in. You guys are the best. I love you guys so much. You guys are awesome. So until then, this is the Bulldog. Till then, peace out.